So I commend you guys for getting the idea to take care of another part of our worlds. And I want to ask about the cat adoptions too. What made you guys want to do that this coming July?
Well, we partnered up with Fabulous Felines. We support each other. So we are going to be doing an adoption event at Mutts and Butts in Merrick.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of our supporters as well. They give us food when they can. So
the woman who runs it has got the heart, a giant heart, and herself takes care of all these beautiful felines that need bottle feeding. Always has got a cat in her hand with a bottle at her job at the airport. So I mean, it's an amazing, great thing to see another person. So again, if you see it, you'll always want to help.
Of course. I mean, I got my cat from a shelter, and I think that organizations like that definitely need help. They need people who are willing to take home a pet and volunteers. And I love that you guys do so many partnerships. You guys strike me as the kind of people who, if someone came to you with a really good opportunity or any kind to help someone, you're like, yes, we'll be there.
Absolutely.
And I love people like that.
Sleeves up, let's go.
Yeah, you're like, it's on. Yeah, and I think that that's so important. And I want to ask you guys, what do you think of the concept of pet adoption as a whole? What do you think about it?
As far as?
Do you think that how do you think we could get more people to get involved with it? Do you think that it's something that's like not spoken about enough?
No, I think people are there. There's a lot of people that are on the fence at times, but honestly, pet adoption has always been around and always be around. Both of my boys I got during COVID, and both of them are rescues.
Wow.
So, I mean, I always see people with a new baby here or there.
Yeah.
I think it's really important, honestly, to be able to give a pet a home when it's necessary.
Absolutely.
I think that, as you said, people are on the fence, but what would you say?
Any interest or thought of having a pet, there is nothing in the world like having one for so many reasons. And rescuing is just the most amazing thing, to have them happily in your home.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's important. Yeah, I think that if you're on the fence about it, it's something to definitely consider because people really need the help. And I want to ask, what's your favorite part about doing what you guys do?
that pet owners could keep their animals and they don't have to surrender them to shelters. Knowing that we could help with an expense of food and treats and toys, and so they could keep the pets with them instead of having to surrender them.
Yeah, I would hate to have my pet taken away from me. I wouldn't recover from that because, again, like, they're a part of your life. They're friends.
Or just not to be able to feed them, or, because there's people that have lost everything and they literally are on the last choices. Do I eat? Is my pet eat? And it's so hard. And as far as my favorite thing is to see the people come back and see the people that you'll run into that you've seen at the pantry, and they're doing wonderful and their pet's doing great and they have a great story. I've gotten a job, my life's going this way, and the puppy's doing this, or the dog and the cat's doing. So that's the reward.
You get to kind of follow along that family
right.
and their journey. I love people who come back to support. I think that that's really, really a special experience. I always say when you get to interact with people and actually help the people directly, it's kind of untouchable in a way because you actually get to be a part of their life and touch their heart, not just like mailing them something or such. Like, they're coming to your life, you're coming to their life. And that's really special. I want to ask kind of a more philosophical type question. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm curious if you guys have any thoughts on what do you think society can do to bring more awareness to pets? Like, how can we make our little furry friends seen more and help them more?
I actually don't know if that's an issue at this point, because I have to tell you, I work with animals, and when I do outside on my regular job, I can tell you the restaurants are gearing towards dogs. You're seeing signs, the beaches are open to the dogs. We go to places that we can frequent with the dogs. Weekends, different families will go on trail walks with the dogs and the cats and whatever. It's a lot of things out there, and people are definitely have gotten much more aware and involved their pets. They're not just sitting in the window looking for you,
Right.
or they're not just sitting at the door when you get home. There's so many activities that they're included in now with the family that it's wonderful.
And I
to
love
see.
that because they're part of the family and
Absolutely.
they deserve to be included in it where it's safe for them and healthy for them. And it's really necessary. I love seeing that like places like hotels are more open to bringing in pets and things like that. And I want to ask, do you guys ever plan to start, and it's okay if not, I'm just curious, what about other pets? Like littler ones,
Oh,
like
we have-
hamsters
we
and
do, we
stuff.
have-
You
we-
do?
Yes.
That's in there.
Yes, we get
They're
hamster
ahead of me
cages.
already.
Yes.
Bird cages.
Oh, good.
Food.
Different toys for the birds, for the beaks. Yeah.
Have you guys had any like obscure pets come in?
Reptiles,
Reptiles.
geckos.
Snakes.
So you get everyone. You're
Yes.
a pet-friendly, inclusive
Yes.
pantry.
Yeah.
It's whatever that's donated to us as well, because a lot of it, like we said, we're all based on
Right.
the donations. So a lot of the stores, when they're giving, they'll give for the parrots and they'll give this extra stuff.
Right.
So then we make it available to the people.
So you guys get donations from stores and individuals?
Correct.
Absolutely.
We get a lot of
Okay.
support from Petco's,
Oh,
Pet,
good.
Pet Supplies Plus.
Yes.
So
That's amazing.
Vet offices, they donate to us. So,
Schools, the
schools.
kids,
Aw.
Girl Scouts, they make
Yeah.
projects of it.
I'm a Girl Scout. I'm
The
still a Girl
library,
Scout.
whoever ends that career.
Yeah.
And it's the library, they'll have a big box in the front.
Right.
They'll call us up, come pick up the supplies, it's full.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
That's great. And again, I love seeing so many people, even bigger businesses like Petco. Like that's kind of a
Yes.
big deal. And
Yes.
Huge
and
deal.
congratulations to
Yes,
you guys on
we got
that. I
a lot
love
from them.
seeing the businesses care more about helping the community.
Yes.
I think we need more businesses to do that. Like so many businesses will give gift cards for raffle baskets and,
Yes,
and
definitely.
such. And I love seeing local businesses, but also like bigger corporations finally. I think the pandemic kind of did it a
Yeah,
little.
Long Island Cares does a lot for us as well.
Yes, we work with Long Island Cares. What do you guys think about that?
They're amazing.
Amazing.
They helped us.
I agree.
A year ago, they helped us get our dog shed.
Okay.
So, and just last week we were back at Long Island Cares picking up dog food. So we got 60 bags of food and 2 pallets of food from them.
Yeah.
They're a great sponsor to have.
I
They're
love
pretty-
Long Island Cares. We've done car washes for them,
Yeah.
food drives, and we always collect canned goods at our events for them. But again, it goes back to I never associated Long Island Cares with the pet side of
Yes,
it.
they
Like
help a lot
myself,
with that.
I've never associated that in my life until this interview, and that's really fascinating
Yes,
to me.
they do a lot with pet food. They have Baxter's. It's part of their Long Island Cares, and they help us too. So they help a lot of people.
There's also a lot of individuals that are trying now. And this year's the first year. I was going to talk to you at it later to let you know, but we're definitely doing it. But our neighbors do like the St. Jude with all the decorations on their lawn.
Yeah.
So this year I wanted to put the pantry on our front lawn.
Yeah.
And we have the giant blow-ups of the St. Bernards and
Aw.
everything. So it's a whole dog lawn. So basically when people come by, to ask them if they want to contribute by giving.
Right.
And that goes to the pantry. So there's people on the local levels too, that a lot of individuals that if
That's
they have
really
blankets or
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
So, and how can people donate? They just bring stuff by, get in
Yeah.
touch with you?
We have an Amazon wish list.
Okay.
So people could go on and see what they want to send us. And it goes directly to the Valley Stream Pantry where the main pantry is.
Great.
We have a Hicksville location as well. They could drop off at. The only pantry that we distribute from is from the Valley Stream Pantry.
Gotcha. And again, I just want to reiterate for people who might just be tuning in where people can get in touch with you guys if they want to volunteer or find out more info.
Absolutely. They could email happypourforward@gmail. That we go through a lot. We tell everybody to please just email us and we get back to them. We have a bunch of behind the scene volunteers that handle that. And then also on Facebook at Pour It Forward New York. Pour It Forward Pet Pantry Long Island, New York, it's called, the pet pantry page on Facebook. So those are the 2 ways they could find us.
Great. And I want to ask this question to both of you guys before we wrap up the interview. What is your advice to someone who might want to get involved with working with animals? Number one piece of advice, whether they want to do volunteering or work with them, work in a shelter or pantry, what's your advice?
Well, my advice is that all rescues, all shelters need volunteers to help with them as much as they can, because without help, the pets suffer. Get them, if there's a lot of shelters and rescues that always need help. Foster-based rescues needs fosters that you could bring them into your home to help them save more animals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, free up space in the shelter.
And what about you, Linda? Any other advice?
Basically, like I said to you earlier, I do dog training. So I do it in different areas. There's so many different facets to these dogs and
Yeah.
cats. You can help in so many different ways, and the pantry is great. There's, like I said, shelter time. I know a lot of them want help walking the dogs.
Yeah.
So
Interacting
there's
with the dogs,
interacting
interacting
with
with
the
the cats.
dogs and spending time with the
They
cats.
need love. If you don't
Yeah.
give them love, especially people, animals who are in shelters, they can get sick, like
Yeah.
physically sick
Yeah.
too.
Well, I saw a great post for the 4th of July. My favorite thing was there was a shelter, I don't know which one, literally had chairs in front of every stall in kennel where the dogs were, and people donated their time and sat with these
That's
dogs to
awesome.
get through the fireworks. And I
Oh
was
my
like
gosh, I
so
love that.
in love with that
I would
picture.
have done that if I knew that was
Me
happening. I'm
too. My dog's afraid
serious.
of it, so I would have been the one right next to him.
My dog is terrified of
Mine too.
fireworks.
Still,
I just
couldn't
think
leave the whole weekend.
it shows how sensitive and lovable they are.
So, but there
honestly.
was at least 30 people in chairs sitting with their families with these
Wow.
dogs, and I was like, that's what people need to do, you know, and that's how you can help. Just
Yeah.
one day, 1 hour, or a little bit of time you can give
Yeah.
makes such
Yeah.
a difference to these people
I
and
mean,
their pets.
the moral of the story is there's so many different ways to help
Yes,
out.
absolutely.
Whether it's a pantry like you guys,
Yeah.
again, totally recommend them if you're going to pick a pantry. But whatever you can do, I think it's just important to give a little bit of your time. It helps so
Exactly.
many people and it feels so good. And you guys are helping so many people, so many little pets out there who
Thank
really
you.
need it, and so many families helping
Yes.
them keep their entire family together because again, a pet is part of a family, and if that pet is sick or missing, then it's just not the same. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having us
Of
again.
course, of
Thank you.
course. So check out their events coming up.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
the page, you can always find out upcoming events and everything, information on things that are coming up to support that way too. Anything you can do, we appreciate it.
Yeah, so consider adopting a cat and going to the block party, supporting what they do,
Thank you.
and helping them continue their amazing efforts. So thank you guys so much
Thank
for
you
coming
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you for
on.
having us.
Of course.
Enjoy your furry friends. That's what we'll do.
Thank you. They're amazing. They're really, really good. So if we could just get the shot back on me, and I'll give them a little bit of spiel. I am being informed by my amazing tech crew that we had some sound stuff at the beginning. Am I correct, tech crew? Okay, so I am going to actually sing for you guys again and talk to you a little bit about what I was saying earlier, because I think we had some audio issues. But thank you guys for being so patient with the tech. We are branching out here at Chapters, and it's a lot of experimenting. So we appreciate all the love and the patience and the support. So I was saying earlier that well, first of all, happy 4th of July. And second of all, happy anniversary to my mom and dad, which just passed 22 years together. And also earlier, I know I'm kind of speed running, but also earlier I mentioned that my 2-year anniversary of the show just passed. I have been hosting Teen Talk for 2 years, which is wild. Thank you. Very crazy. And it feels weird, but it feels really, really good. Like in the best way weird. I never felt like I would be here. And I never felt like I would be a talk show host. I never thought, oh yeah, I'm totally going to be a talk show host one day. That was never really what I imagined, but I am so blessed and glad to be doing it right now. I am so, so, so blessed. And I appreciate every single one of you guys that have taken the time to watch the show, that have given this the love and support that it needs to really flourish. Because I always say, without you guys, there is no show. We don't have any show without the viewers, the people who support these amazing guests that I have on, the tech crew here, the workers here at Chapters. We would not have a show without that. Everyone here at NIPVG, everyone in our community, just thank you. Thank you for making this possible. And I'm so glad that I get to sit here and say that I've been doing this for 2 years, because this started in the height of COVID, the height of the pandemic, where I couldn't interview guests from certain places for health reasons and et cetera. And now we're here doing so many great events and helping so many people. So just thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys for being so loving and accepting. And speaking of love and acceptance, another thing that I was speaking about earlier on in the show is that July is Disability Pride Month, which I know you're probably like, what is that? I've never heard of that, but that's exactly why I'm bringing it up, because I think that it's really, really important. Yep, there we go. We just had regular Pride Month, but yeah, there you go. You have celebrating Disability Pride Month, which is something that's very near and dear to my heart because personally I have a disability, a small one, but I can't see out of my right eye. I was born with that, and even though it's a small one, I've still been made fun of it, made fun of for it. I've still been ridiculed and I've been called a zombie and some not nice things. And people don't exactly know how to approach it, ask about it. I might seem like I have a lazy eye, etc. And I think that especially this month of Disability Pride, but every after and forever, we should be more conscious, if possible, about people and what they're going through. If you see someone who is in a wheelchair, if you see someone on crutches, if you see someone whose arm looks different or leg looks different or hand or eyes, face, if they have an intellectual disability, please don't judge them before you get to know them because they are 99.9% probably one of the nicest people you will ever meet. Everyone knows what it's like to be put down and to not feel confident about themselves, but people with disabilities really face the front of it a lot of times because people are closed-minded and they don't choose to understand it as well, and some people don't give it the effort. As long as you give it the effort to understand, you don't have to perfectly understand. As long as you can give it that old try to understand. Ask the question in a respectful way. Don't say, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" Say, "It's just that small change." Say, "Hey, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I was just genuinely curious on why your eye looks like that. I'm trying to learn." Doesn't have to be that wordy, but you get the point. Don't say, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" Because the reality of people with disabilities, there's nothing wrong with us. We're just as kind as you are, intelligent. We are intellectual people with feelings and hearts and minds and souls, just like all of you. People with disabilities are loving people who have been through a lot. So we're different, yeah, but I believe that everyone's different. No one's the same. Disability or not, it really doesn't matter because everyone's got something about them that's a little quirky, as I would say. Everyone's a little bit different, and that's good. I think that different is good. So I just wanted to say happy Disability Pride Month, and this month, but especially just moving forward, try and make a conscious effort to understand, because understanding is the first step in acceptance. And speaking of acceptance, I'm talking all about accepting other people, but I'm a big preacher about accepting yourself. And I'm a big preacher that you can't accept others without loving yourself and accepting yourself first. So that leads me to the next thing I was mentioning earlier, which is another lesser known holiday that just passed, Mirror Day, which I know, again, you're probably like, what is that? But again, that's why I'm bringing it up. Mirror Day is a day comes once a year where people band together on social media making posts about self-confidence and self-love. And they do it like this. As you guys can see here, this is mine that I did. We write messages on mirrors, compliments to others or to ourselves. So I did for mine this year, I am enough, because I was trying to preach the message of self-confidence. And you'll see a couple of my friends who also did the challenge coming up here in just a second. You'll see all different compliments. We all did something different. Some people wrote multiple, which I thought was really, really cool. And Mirror Day is a holiday that is meant to challenge you in the fact of think of the things that you love about yourself and the things that you love about others. As that says right there, you are enough. You are wanted and you are needed. And that's what Mirror Day is for. So I want to say a happy belated Mirror Day. And it's not too late to participate in this social media challenge because, as we know, social media is always flooded with the negativity. So let's flood it with some positivity if possible. I think that that would be really, really great. So if you see these posts online, please give them love. Please support them. And if you want to make your own Mirror Day post, it doesn't have to be Mirror Day. You can just make a post about self-love. We all don't talk about it enough. We talk so much about how we're all anxious, we're all worried, the pandemic is looming, the economy, whatever negative stuff is going on in the world. But we don't talk enough about let's lift each other up. Let's do this. So Mirror Day was created to do that, and I am hoping to continue on that tradition of the Mirror Day challenge and Mirror Day in general. And I do want to give a shout out to TSVF, the mental health organization who did that challenge with me this year. You guys can check them out. There's their socials. You can also find them on Facebook. But they are the epitome of an organization, along with chapters, who preach unity and diversity. mental well-being, because mental well-being is part of physical well-being. And as I said before, you need to love yourself before you can fully love others. And trust me, you're looking at a girl who didn't learn that for a super long time and still struggles. Everyone still struggles with it once in a while. I completely understand that. But when you can, just find it in your heart to give yourself a rest, a little bit of a break, because you are doing so well and trying so hard, and there's no reason to be hard on yourself. You don't have to try to be anyone else. And speaking of that, I have my ukulele here, and I really want you guys to hear the song. So despite the audio issues that we had in the beginning, I want to play it again just because the message really, really, really speaks volumes to me. And I really want to get this in your mind, that you don't have to try to fit into what society thinks you should be, because society has this messed up cookie cutter mold that we should look like every model on every magazine and be a size 0, which is, it's fine if you are, but we have to stop thinking that we have to conform to that, because you're perfect as you are. As long as you've got a good heart, which I know you guys do, as long as you're using your talents for good in the world and just being kind and yourself, then that's all you need to do. You don't have to try. So this song is called Try, and it is by an amazing artist, Colby. So here is Try. Put your makeup on, get your nails done, curl your hair, run the extra mile, keep it slim so they like you, so they like you. Always stand up tall, don't be shy, girl, you can cope, this is what you want, to belong, so they like you, so they like you. But you don't have to try so hard, you don't have to give it all away. You just have to get up, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try. You don't have to try. Get your shopping on at the mall, max your credit card, you don't have to choose, buy it all. So they like you, so they like you. But wait a second, why should you care what they think of you when you're all alone by yourself? Do you like you? Do you like you? You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to give it all away. You just have to get up, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try. You don't have to try. Take your makeup off, let your hair down, take a breath, look into the mirror at yourself. Do you like you? You should like you. I love that song. Thank you. I think that message speaks really loud. It's important. You don't have to do what other people tell you to do. You don't have to change your hair. You don't have to change how you act. You don't have to be more quiet or louder. You don't have to be something you're not. Why be something you're not? We live once. Why waste this life being someone who you're not? It's not worth it. Live your life. Have fun. I know that's easier said than done, but if someone ever tells you that you are not worth it, you send them right here and I will tell them that you guys are completely worth it. You are. And you deserve to be told that. And I needed someone to tell me that. And we all still do. I still do. We all do. And that's okay. And to end off that very deep message, I want to just give you guys a quick, short and sweet quote to take into consideration. I always do a quote on the show. And although this one's simple, I think that it's really important to just remember that you're enough just as you are. And it's true. You are enough. You are worth so much. You're capable of everything that you want to achieve. You don't have to be that cookie cutter thing that society wants you to be. Why do that? You know, why be that person when it's not you? There's people there to lift you up. There's people there to help you, and I encourage you to reach out to those people. And I want to do a treat. I want to do a second song for you guys to continue to preach that there are people around you who will lift you up. I'm going to do a Broadway one. I'm a theater kid. I say that every time, and now Tyler G and Chet is laughing over there because I say it every time. I just think that the messages in Broadway songs are really good. I just do. Prove me wrong. But thanks, Ma. Anyway, I'm going to be singing You Will Be Found from Dear Evan Hansen. It's a classic. And the entire musical, Dear Evan Hansen, is about mental health awareness and that self-confidence, finding yourself, being yourself, not changing for what other people tell you to be. So I figured that this was pretty fitting. So I hope you guys enjoy. This is You Will Be Found from Dear Evan Hansen. Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground, so let the sun come streaming, reach up and you rise again. Lift your head and look around. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. There's a place where we don't have to feel unknown. And every time that you call out, you're a little less alone. If you only say the word, from across the silence, your voice is heard. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around. You will be found. 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 Thank you. Thank you guys. I really like that song. I think that it's
Audience request.
audience request. What's
Encore.
Original encore.
original?
Yes.
Should I do it?
Yes.
Okay, audience request. One more song for the road, I guess. Let's make sure I'm in the right key. Yes, I am. I'm guessing that my mom wants me to do one of my first originals. Am I right? Yes. Okay. This one is called Priority. I have played it on the show before, but not in a while, so I guess it is fitting. And I guess it is fitting for the theme too. Only surround yourself with people who prioritize you, because you're worth it. Know your worth. If someone doesn't want to put you in their life, if someone doesn't want to put you first, there's the door, and there are people who love you and care about you. I'm serious. So this is one that I wrote, and this is called Priority, and let's hope I remember the words to it because it has been a second. Do you even care about the promises you made that night in the pouring rain? Do you even know how much it hurts to hear you say other stuff comes first today? 'Cause you promised me the moon and the stars, but now your heart is set on her. Am I your pride, or am I just another girl? Am I your priority, or am I just going crazy? Am I worth your time, or is this just some stupid game? Am I your priority, or am I just going crazy? Do you even realize you've spent all of this time tearing my poor heart apart? Do you even notice how I start to tear up when you mention girl's name? 'Cause you promised me the moon and the stars, but now your eyes are locked on hers. Am I your pride, or am I just some other girl? Am I a priority, or am I just going crazy? Am I worth your time, or am I just another thought? Am I your priority, or am I just going crazy? You make me question if I'm even as good as that girl. Oh, you make me question everything. You make me wonder why I'm in your life. Am I your pride? Am I your priority, or am I just going crazy? Am I your ride or die, or am I just another girl? Am I your priority, or am I just going crazy? Thank you. Good request, Mom. That was a good request. Thank you guys for tuning in. That is the most music I've ever played on the show, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys did enjoy the show, show your love in the comments. Show your love to Chapters. Check me out on social media if you want to follow my journey. If you want to be a part of our Chapters network or a part of Teen Talk on the show, that would be amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in. And a big special thank you to Daniela and Linda, who came on and shared their amazing story, what they do. Check them out, Paw It Forward Pet Pantry. They are two really, really amazing Earth Angels, and it was a pleasure to have them. Thank you, Steve, Matt, Carmine, Anna, everyone who has been a part of the tech process, Charlie, NYPVG, my amazing live studio audience. Thank you guys. I missed it very much. And thank you guys, the viewers, again, just for being so loving and for tuning in. So I think that about does it for our show. I will see you guys soon. Remember, you are enough, and you guys might not be perfect, but you are limited edition. I'm Ashley Blum, signing off.